Here we go.
Doctored images and took out of context clips to try to ruin CoryxKenshin's life, seemingly all for some
You already see this? Hold on. Oh, this was 10 hours ago. Here we go. Okay, come on. There we go.
attention online. So this story is wild and honestly a bit frustrating to watch unfold.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, I didn't hurt you. You're good, right? What you do, Cory?
That was the
She's
first
laughing
out
and
of
smiling.
context and worrying
She's laughing and smiling, so of course, like,
clip that I saw on the internet recently about this whole situation, and we'll get into the details of that one shortly, as today we're talking about CoryxKenshin, one of the largest gaming creators on the platform.
he had no, for what I understand, he had no known allegations or anything crazy.
Now at the center of a controversy involving emotional abuse allegations, viral TikToks, doctored screenshots, and a whole lot of internet sleuthing gone sideways. So let's break down exactly what happened, what's being claimed, and what's been clarified, because there's a whole lot here. And this whole situation just kind of feels like less of a call out and more of a public therapy session that spiraled into a career hit job. But starting on July 13th, a TikToker going by Panda Ninja Official posted a video as a part of this like bacon avocado trend. If you're not familiar, that's one of these like TikTok trends where people reveal some sort of secret about themselves in the middle of a video, just kind of hidden in there. And in this video, the secret was I dated CoryxKenshin and he hurt me really bad, and I'm not the only one.
Ooh.
And I mean, just like that, she went viral. 500,000 views in just 24 hours. Then came all the slideshows. And I cannot stress enough on how back-to-back she was posting all this information, which has all now been deleted now. Within 72 hours...
I bet. Defamation's a bitch when you're getting taken to court for it, huh?
All of this has been scrubbed off the internet. She just launched a bunch of information up there and people went, why are you airing all this out? So she deleted it. Then on top of that, she made her account private as well. But right after the first video, she shared 3 long posts claiming that she dated Cory back in 2018 and that the relationship was emotionally abusive. And here she accused him of ghosting, love bombing, gaslighting, and said that he kept the relationship a secret. That last one is very normal for large YouTubers. Like,
yeah, I mean, it could ruin the other person. Like, if you're a bigger YouTuber and you, like, reveal that you're dating another YouTuber that's smaller, there's a good chance that people from that channel, I mean, they'll be happy, but they're also going to be people that are going to go and harass them because there's, like, this weird there's this weird internet thing where you people that are, you know, at home, you seem to think that you know what's genuine and what isn't when it comes to entertainment, like content creators. I hate to break it to you, but unless you live with that person and you're with them every single day, you don't know what that person, you don't know if they're genuine or not. Like, you have no idea what they go through on a daily basis. You don't know anything. You're stupid. Or like whenever you try to make these weird parasocial relationships with somebody you're watching because they're hot, and you think that you're gonna donate this money to that one day you'll date them or something. It's fucking weird. It's really fucking weird. It like whenever you watch a video, do you think that that person is how they are every single day? No. Unless they've got a camera shoved up their ass, so that way you even know when they take a shit. There's no idea what the fuck going through there. Like, you don't know them as a whole. They're always going to censor themselves to be able to post. Some people even have something called like an online aura, where their online like the person they show to people is nothing like who they are off. Like, the idea that you think that you know somebody just because you watch every one of their videos that's edited so damn much that you think that it's not, but most of the time the videos are so edited that it's not even like it's just, it's meant for entertainment. It's not real. It's fake.
Why are you going to air out whoever you're dealing with in your private life? You want to have a split between public life and private life.
Exactly.
I mean, that makes it a whole lot easier to stay mentally sane. But she also said after their breakup, when she told him she had cancer, he responded by calling her message the most passive-aggressive cancer reveal ever. Now, whether or not that's actually true or if the messages are even real, we'll get into that later on in this video. But before we get any deeper, let's take a quick second to talk about who CoryxKenshin is, as Cory is one of the largest YouTubers on the platform.
Yeah, I didn't
he first
even know
launched
that.
his channel back in 2009, and over the years built a massive following, now sitting at over 17 million subscribers.
That's
through a mix
crazy.
of horror game playthroughs, clean humor, and uplifting positive content. He wasn't always just a gaming YouTuber, though.
You really got to watch out with those people as well. The ones that are like, that don't really live stream all that much, and they just do the uplifting positive content constantly, because those are the people you really got to watch out for. Those are the people that are behind closed. They know how to put up a face, but behind closed doors, they're usually just terrible people. Now, I'm not saying that about this content creator, obviously, but just be mindful.
on, Cory made home skits and comedy sketches, but eventually pivoted into the horror gaming space. And that's where he really blew up. If you were on YouTube at like the peak of the Five Nights at Freddy's era, you basically could not miss the guy. And despite going on multiple hiatuses, seriously, this dude has disappeared from the platform like 15 times, but he always returns to continue to crush it. At this point, it's safe to say he has one of the most loyal fan bases out there, which he refers to as a samurai. I guess there's just like a common theme where horror game creators have a name for their audience. But
weird.
Hey, that's part of why the situation is so jarring, because Cory had almost no controversies attached to his name in over a decade on this platform. No scandals, no drama, no wild call-outs. He's always been kind of like a good guy on YouTube. Family-friendly, faith-based, wholesome content.
Yeah,
and
that's what you got to watch out for right there.
that's the image. So now when someone...
Now, there are some genuine people out there that are genuinely like that, but you'd be surprised how many scumbags get away with it.
comes forward saying he was emotionally manipulative or toxic, it throws the entire internet into confusion. But what we're slowly learning from the situation is if you have to call someone out on the internet, make sure it's not fake. And I hate to say this, but the stuff that she...
It looked pretty fake. Like, it looked bad. It looked very, very fake.
was posting, to me, seems to be for attention. Because later on that same day, she posted a video clip of her and Cory walking together, seemingly in a casual, flirty moment. And it was obvious that Cory knew he was being filmed.
Still on.
Yeah, it's still on.
Then I woke up again and it was...
Did you watch me sleep? Did you watch me sleep?
Yeah, I actually did something to you while you were asleep too.
What?
I'm sorry. I just got this that I do. You know,
Well,
I didn't hurt you. You're good, right?
what you do, Cory?
I said, just
Okay, so at first, that's
I
slightly...
mean, she's laughing and smiling. I don't think anything there was malicious. It was
Worrying.
uploaded with malicious
At first, he said,
intent.
yeah, I actually did something to you while you were asleep, too. And they both laughed. Obviously, that doesn't sound great. And a lot of people online immediately did what the internet does best. Clip, quote, outrage, repeat. Some users started suggesting that Cory had admitted to doing something non-consensual. People were tweeting all about it, trying to reframe it as like some sort of confession. But here's the thing. The accuser came forward herself the next day on July 14th and said, hey, I was never SA'd. She emphasized that her claims were about emotional manipulation, not physical abuse. So she then went live on TikTok with another creator and clarified again, no SA, no physical harm. When the actual person in the video is laughing in the moment and then later on says, no, nothing happened, you kind of have to ask, what was the goal here?
Yeah, what was
Because
the point?
Once that clip is out in the world, context doesn't matter for a lot of people. A lot of people will see that clip and go, oh, that's crazy that happened. I don't like this guy anymore. And just like that, he could have lost a good chunk of his audience.
I saw the clip and saw that she was laughing, and I was like, oh, she doesn't give a fuck. Even if he did anything, obviously it didn't really matter to her. Why would you wait until now? That video was ancient.
If they didn't look into it any further. And this is why I'm making this video, even though I normally don't cover topics like this.
Not like I never said that he SA'd me ever. And I'm gonna reiterate that because whoever comes in here new and stuff like that. I just want people to understand I never said that at all. This was literally not intended to attack.
But it did.
Or have attacks towards Cory. So please stop the SA allegations towards him. That is not true.
I just don't understand why you would upload the video. Like, obviously the intent for that video was very malicious.
Not what I said.
And while she says, I never said he essayed me, she definitely implied it. But
Yeah,
here's
no,
the
she absolutely
crazy part.
implied it. It was
People online pretty quickly put together that the screenshots were doctored. According to this user on Twitter and others, someone who helped make the Xbox screenshots came forward saying the messages were fake. So
there it is.
allegedly, someone helped her fabricate this entire text exchange. Now, we're in this whole like, is this fan fiction territory? Like what is this?
Mhm.
Even still, though, Panda Ninja, she stood by her overall story. She said that she never meant to cancel Cory. She just wanted to speak her truth and process the emotional.
You can't cancel nobody now. You know what people do whenever you try to cancel them? If they're getting money, they're not gonna stop. Why would they? Take them to court and put them in jail. If not, fuck off with this cancel culture shit.
Damage here,
it doesn't
but-
do anything.
When you're posting TikToks with dramatic music,
The worst thing you can do as a content creator, if you get cancel cultured for something like that and you didn't do anything, just ignore it. If you're not going to court, then just ignore it. It'll fuck off. Like, seriously.
cuts,
The worst thing you can do is bring it to light on your channel, because then it just makes it all that more surreal. But if you didn't do anything and you're not being taken to court, there's no charges being pressed, just fucking ignore it.
private conversations, and of course, captions like "he never cared," and then wrapping that into like this whole like it's not about canceling. I don't understand what the goal is here, because obviously there's going to be a large group of people on the internet who will go into this witch hunt mode, especially since he's a large creator. And
Yep.
honestly, I don't
They're
even
trying
see
to find anything they can to defame him, pretty much.
anything cancelable here. This is just her airing out their breakup and dirty laundry. Because
Yep.
I mean, the main allegations here are ghosting, love bombing, gaslighting, and keeping.
I mean, that's typically what people do whenever they break up with somebody. They ghost you because they're done with you. They're moving the fuck on. Maybe you should do the same. If you're not married and you date for however long, doesn't matter, and they're done with you, and, you know, like every situation is different, but if they've moved on, they've moved on. They want to move on with their life.
their relationship
You
is
should do the same. It's healthy to move on.
secret. That just sounds like a typical bad short-term relationship that didn't work out.
Yep.
I feel like if anything, this is for a therapist or a close group of friends. If it's still irking you 8 years later and no crime was committed. And then obviously to top it all off, Panda's former roommate came forward to share her side of the things.
I had literally just posted a video about my experience with a woman who accused CoryxKenshin of emotional abuse and found out that apparently you guys managed to figure it out and weasel it out of her within 7 hours that she was lying. Let me add a little bit of extra third-party context here. This is little 21-year-old me and Nami at the time. Notice that the side of her head is shaved. I'm saying this because even though the timeline wasn't confirmed based off of the videos that she posted and the messages that she was trying to
was years
circulate,
ago.
not having a timestamp, I'm pretty sure this was around the time I lived with her, if not slightly before. When we did live together, she did very briefly tell me about Cory, but more in like we didn't actually date. We just kind of talked, but because he was busy with YouTube stuff, it didn't work out.
Okay, well, that sounds very interesting, but it gets worse.
But while I lived with her, before I even moved out here in May of 2017, she was already actively dating someone, a mutual friend of ours who I will not name because he's not into the drama. It's been 8 years. And immediately after they broke up, she was dating somebody else. So things just didn't really add up. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Not to mention, there's going to be a lot of people who know her and are going to be able to call her out because we had a humongous friend group in K-Town in New York. So really interesting to see how many people are willing to come out and tell you guys that they know for a fact that she's lying because she's just always kind of been a shady person.
So according to one of Panda's roommates from this time, Panda has always been shady. That's interesting. Doesn't seem like the people who are around the situation, even back in 2018, think the accusations are true. So what's the reaction online? Well, it's kind of
Obviously, it's probably split by now, but I'd imagine that it was. See, I could even give you a timeline. So the video dropped. Everyone was against Kenshin, and the people that actually want to know the truth are automatically attacking her. She came out and said that it was an essay, and now it's probably pretty split because the people that want to find something wrong with him, to defame him, are going to immediately latch onto that and not let it go. and are going to continue to do whatever they do, which is, I guess, make people miserable because that's all they seem to know how to do. And people that aren't, that have just been like, oh, okay, so this is all BS, are going to probably just stick with them no matter what, because, you know, you can only cry wolf so many times before no one listens to you. Especially if there's just nothing there.
But down the middle. Some took these allegations very seriously. Others, especially Cory's long-term fans, weren't having it.
You should never take allegations like this serious unless there's actually a court case going on. They're allegations. At the end of the day, if you're not going to bring someone to jail, if you're not going to sue them, if you're not going to do something about it, then there's nothing there.
They pointed out that Cory's been on YouTube since 2009, never had any drama, doesn't curse, makes horror gameplay videos, and is literally one of the most clean-cut creators on the platform. That isn't like, you know, a blanket shield that like deflects all or bad PR, but still, he has a really good track record.
Yeah.
But others felt like this whole thing was very one-sided. Like, okay, even if Cory was a bad boyfriend, why are we airing this out 8 years later? And
online,
that's where the criticism started turning towards her.
Yep.
If the main issue was ghosting, bad texting, and him being cold after a breakup, is that really worth trying to stain someone's career? And then obviously a lot of other creators chimed in saying things like, if he was really that toxic, she wouldn't be smiling in those clips, or she waited 7 years to post this, why now? Those are quotes, by the way. But from what I can piece together, Cory and Panda Ninja, they allegedly dated in 2018. The relationship ended. She felt it was toxic and emotionally manipulative, so she posted about it on TikTok in July of 2025. Some of the evidence may be fabricated, and she clarified there was no SA, no physical harm. Her goal here, I guess, was an apology because she didn't want to cancel him. But here's the thing. Intent doesn't really matter when you're holding on to the matches. Like, you can say you didn't want to start a fire, but if you drop a bunch of receipts on the internet and a bunch of out of context clips framed the way she did.
No. When you take a bunch of out of context clips and a bunch of falsely made receipts, the
fire is going to happen anyway. Do I think CoryxKenshin is a criminal? No, absolutely not. Do I think he might have been a jerk in a relationship? Maybe. That's possible. Do I think any of that needs to be turned into a viral expose with semi-fake receipts and out-of-context clips? Absolutely not. This is not justice. This is just a breakup posted on the For You page. Cory hasn't responded yet, and honestly, he probably won't. And that's likely a smart move in this exact situation. But one thing is clear. Once again, the internet showed that it's really easy to destroy a reputation in 60 seconds, even when the story is full of contradictions. But hey, that's about it for today. I just wanted to make a short...
It was all bullshit. It was a big old lie. That's what it was. A big old lie.